Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos. I'm going to start off this project with this sign that I got at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to peel off the pieces on the inside that were like 3D'd, and then I'm going to take off the hanger and then pop this right out of the frame. So I'm just going to push that right out, and then I'm just going to pull off the extra paper that was stuck around the frame and the pieces that were hanging off of this sign itself. So I'm going to take that and put that on that paper that you can see right there. It is a black and white polka dot paper. And I'm just going to trace that out. And then I'm going to Mod Podge that right on to that board. So I'm just going to get that traced out and then use my scissors and cut it out. Now I'm just going to spread that Mod Podge on there and lay that paper on and then smooth it out with my fingers. Making sure I get this Mod Podge a nice even coat and making sure I get those edges really well. That's where the paper likes to peel up. I'm just going to lay that right on there, smooth it out with my hands, and then I'm just going to let that dry. While that was drying, I'm going to take the frame that I took off and I'm going to paint that with a bright red color. And I'm just going to go right over this and do all of it, the inside, the outside, the whole entire thing with this red paint. And I ended up doing 2 coats. Once I have that all painted and it's fully dry, I'm going to put this backing back into the frame. So I'm just going to flip it over and then I'm going to run some glue along the back side here and then lay that backing back onto the frame. So I'm just going with the hot glue all the way around. And then I'm going to lay that right inside. Making sure I line it all up and press it all down and make sure that it's all even on all the sides. And then I'm just going to set that aside for a minute and let that dry. So next I'm going to take this ornament that I got from Dollar General. I'm going to pull all of this stuff off the front of it. It's just some greenery and pine cones and a piece of ribbon. And then it was all sitting on like this little block, which I got rid of also. So once I have that all off, I am going to take the same red paint that I did the frame with, and I'm going to paint all of the wooden area outside of this ornament. So I'm just going to lightly brush it around it, trying not to get any on that black and white stripes that is on the inside. And I'm just going to continually paint this until it's covered. Once I have it all painted, I'm going to take a small wood plank from Dollar Tree and I'm going to paint that white. So I'm just going to put a nice coat of white paint on this till it's fully covered. And then I'm going to take that ornament and I'm going to take a small Jenga block and I'm going to glue it to the back side of the ornament. So I'm just going to glue that right there in the center. And then I'm going to glue that to the center of the white piece that we just painted. So if you see, if I put that on there without the white block behind it, it just blends into the background. So that's why I did the white block. So I'm going to glue that right to the center of our sign here. And that is where we're going to put the ornament on. And that little Jenga block that I put on the back is going to make it so that that's recessed out a bit. So I'm just going to glue that right on with the Jenga block, right onto that white piece. And I'm just making sure that it's even and holding it while it dries so that it doesn't tip over. As you can see, that's kind of recessed out. Next, you can see that I made a bow out of some black and white polka dot ribbon. And I used the greenery that I took off the sign. And I'm just going off the ornament, I'm sorry. I'm going to put that right back into the center. And just kind of hold it in place right back where it was. Making sure that it stays even and holding it while it sets up. Once that was on there and it was fully adhered, I am going to take that little bow and I'm going to glue that to the center. And then I was going to put the pine cones back on, but then I decided not to. And I had this small snowflake from another project, or maybe it came from an ornament. I just had a snowflake. And I glued that right to the center of the bow, and that is it. This project is finished. I think it turned out so super cute, and I absolutely love it. I love the contrast of colors. I think it all came together perfectly. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.